Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun, on Twitter at filmmyrun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. Good evening everyone from the south coast of England. Today we're going to do an event, and the event starts in about 14 minutes, but I just wanted to get a few, like 2 or 3 kilometres of warm-up done before we start, so that's what I'm doing. I am broadcasting live on Facebook. I can see Facebook chat. If you want to say hello, I can see James is already asking a question, or just James is saying he's still trying to figure out how to do the run feature on Zwift. What's the problem, James? Is it footpod? Is it treadmill? Is it accessing the running feature on the program itself? Today I'm leading a group, so we're doing a mile attempt in trying to do a mile in under 7 minutes. So we're going to do a warm-up, a couple of fast sections, and then the mile attempt. Be 5k in all, with the mile attempt a bit later in the session. Okay, James, if you're using a bike and you've got an Ant Plus dongle in your PC, all you need is an Ant Plus footpod that attaches to a shoe. So the most popular one is the Garmin, and it's about £40, £50, something like that. You buy that, you attach it to your shoe, and in exactly the same way as your cadence sensor on your bike or your trainer on your bike connects to the Ant Plus dongle, the footpod connects to the Ant Plus dongle. Same thing, instead it monitors your cadence and your pace. And just use a heart rate monitor in the same way that you would on a bike, and you're all set, mate. If you haven't got a treadmill at home, then you might have a few snags, because you'll need to go to a gym and you'll need to use an iPod or an iPad, and then you need to get a Bluetooth footpod. Whole different ball game, but so we'll just get 1 or 2 kilometres, 2 kilometres done as a warm-up, and then I'll join the event. See in the bottom left of the screen, it says join event. Well, it's covered by my logo actually at the moment, but It's a little blue button that I can press at the bottom of the screen, and it says join event, and it's got a countdown, 10 minutes, 50 seconds. Because Zwift is a game, you get points and you get achievement awards. So if you can run a mile in under a certain time, you get an achievement, you get a badge. So that's what some of the runners are going for today. Thanks for the ride on. So I'm leading the B group. Tim Gross is leading the A group. They're going for a sub 6-minute mile. The B group that I'm leading, we're going for a sub 7-minute mile. And then there are 2 or 3 groups after that. So if you want to get on and join, get yourself onto your treadmill, log in, and we'll be going in about 10 minutes. Yeah, it should work, James. It should work. That's what I'm doing. I've got a Garmin FootPod Ant Plus stick. No reason why it shouldn't pick it up. The only other thing to mention is, of course, you need to be on the run pairing screen. So not the bike pairing screen. I think it's available to everyone now, the run pairing screen. You should have a choice at the top of the screen, ride or run. You just click run and that takes you to the run pairing screen. If you don't have that, then it's a little Easter egg trick to get in. And probably best to Google that. It's quite difficult to explain, but you need to kind of click several times to the bottom left of the screen and it gets you into the run mode. But I was under the impression that it had been kind of made open to everyone now. Hi Sharon. Yeah, I'm good. Just tired legs, I'm training hard at the moment. Got this big run coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'm trying to get all the miles in to try and survive this 100-mile race. And yes, they will be a regular thing. They're already pretty regular. We run events every day, and then on a Monday and a Wednesday and I think a Saturday we've got quite specific training events like this one will be today. And as running grows, you know, and becomes comparable to cycling in terms of numbers, there'll be all sorts going on. You know, running is not even beta yet. They haven't even announced it publicly, although that is happening very soon. Right, we'll just do 500 more meters and then I need to stop and get myself set up for the event. The event. Yeah, anyone ever watch Mitchell and Webb? Don't talk about the event. On the London course today, again. Let's see if my mobile link's working. My phone.
Jack it up.
Oh yes. Good. John says he's feeling quite nervous. John is leading one of the other groups tonight. And are you just nervous about getting told off by Tim for not sticking to the rules? I've got it written on the piece of paper in front of me. If Tim says anything, I'll be annoyed. We'll be all right. Hello, Lloyd. Oh, hang on a minute. No, not yet. Where's my mouse gone? There it is.
Jack it up.
Okay, that's 2 kilometers done. So just slow down to a stop in a second and get myself all set up. If you bear with me, just need to share the stream around a couple of places and join the event. Make sure everything's working. Need to get the volume down on that. Go. Okay. Stop. Right, let's join the event. So we click on join the event, bottom left. There we go. I've got a beacon over me now. Hello, Group B. Let's see if that works. Good, okay. And we need to take that off there. Start running at 9.5 kilometers per hour for 1 kilometer. Right. Let's share this screen. Post it to one more place. Go to Starting in 37 seconds. Okay, let's go. Okay, starting in 13 seconds. 12, 10. So we're starting off running at 9.5 kilometers an hour. And off we go. One kilometer at 9.5. Right, so you can see I'm running at 9.5 kilometers an hour. Oh. And for fear of getting told off by the boss, Tim, so he's not, no, bless him. We love Tim, but we're afraid of him because he'll tell us off if we get it wrong. So, 9.5 kilometers an hour for 1 kilometer. It's really quite difficult to stick directly to the pace that you're supposed to, because treadmill running is a funny thing, you know. You push the treadmill along without realising, so it goes faster than you think it is, and anyway, we'll try and stick there or thereabouts to this pace. Funnily, if you look on the right hand side of the screen, I can't see anyone else in Group B apart from one person who's actually ahead of me. So maybe I've got one person in my group. But he's only just ahead of me, look. So you can see my heart rate there, nice and steady in the green zone, 126 BPM, top left of the screen. It's a very short run today, it's only 5 kilometers. The idea is to get a 7-minute mile done, to get the badge for the 7-minute mile. I've already got that badge, so you won't see it appear on my screen. But the guy in front of me, the guy from Ireland called Pike, he's in my group. There was supposed to be a couple more as well, but I don't know where they are. And you can see the other names are other groups. So you've got Group D, Jay Hoffman in front of me, and then Clarkson is in Group C behind me, and then Coker, he's in Group A. So they're going to go for faster or slower time. So Group A obviously is going to go for a faster time. So let me see if I can give any more information. kilometre speed up to 10.5 for 500 metres. Should see that come up on the screen now.
If you are interested in running on Zwift, then you do need a few things. First and foremost, access to a treadmill. You may have your own, you may need to go to a gym, but it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use. Secondly, if you are on a Mac or a PC, you will need a foot pod, and that foot pod needs to be an Ant Plus foot pod. It needs to broadcast in Ant Plus. You will also need a USB stick to plug into your computer or Mac, and that will receive the signal from your Ant Plus foot pod. If you're using an iOS device, it could be an iPad, an iPhone, or even Apple TV, then you will need a Bluetooth foot pod, specifically a smart Bluetooth foot pod. You can get them from Polar, you can get a Stride, or you can get a Milestone foot pod. These all connect direct to your iOS device, so there's no need for anything extra. And that really is all you need to run on Zwift. So get that foot pod, get access to a treadmill, and we'll see you on Zwift very soon.
So we've now sped up 10.5 kilometres an hour. We're going to do that for another 450 metres or so. And then the next one is up to 13 kilometres an hour for 250 metres. Thanks for the ride on hold. Oh, slowed down too much. Come on, get up there. And one, two, 250. It's quite difficult to talk and to concentrate on keeping to the right pace. So we're going to speed up in 100 metres, 13 kilometres an hour, just for a 200 metres fast section. Right, 13 now, and up we go. So there we are at 13 kilometers an hour. Try and stay there. Just 250 meters. I don't think Pike's doing it though. He's doing his own thing. Maybe he's just along for the ride. Okay. Well, we'll keep the instructions going anyway. Back to 8. Okay. Right back down. Just a rest. $250 meters at this pace. Then 14. Oh, we're going too fast. So only 50 meters and then we're going to speed up. Look, I'm walking. I'm going so slow, I'm walking. Okay, 14 now. Up we go. So Pike's not following me, or is he? He's going a bit faster. Yeah, he's following. Well done, Pike. Keep it up. Jinxie says, where is everyone? Well, I've got one person. The other group, the A group, are far ahead. The C group should be behind. Okay, I'm back to 8. Right, so we're going to start the mile at 2.75 kilometers. Okay. At 2.75 kilometers. We start mile. Mile at 14 this hour. Okay. So we're going nice and slowly at 8 kilometers an hour. Walking. Hiker's right behind me. He's doing all right. She's sticking with me. Reminds me of Dad's army, Pike. Stupid boy. Right, 250 meters. And then we're going for a mile. It's actually over a mile at 14 kilometers an hour. If Mr. Pike has not got that badge, he should get it if he sticks to 14 kilometers an hour for the 2 kilometers that we're going to do for. Just under 2 kilometers at 14. Going a bit faster than the prescribed 8 kilometers an hour. Sorry, Tim. Okay. In 100 meters, I will speed up to 14 kilometers an hour and do that for just under 2 kilometers. And hopefully, Pike will join me. Nice shot of the, oh, what is that called again? Can't even remember what it's called now. Anyway, tallest building in London. Right, here we go, look. Where's my messages? Here we are. Okay, 14 now. And up we go. Let's go. Come on. Takes a bit of a while to get up there, doesn't it? There we are. Right. Basically, we're just sticking at this pace now for the next 2 kilometers. Just under 2 kilometers. Pike needs to go a bit faster. Come on, mate. Oh, I'm going too fast now. There we are. Try and stick at that. It's so difficult on the treadmill. It should be easy, shouldn't it, to stay at one pace on the treadmill? Okay. Come on, Mr. Pike. Catch me up. Let's go. So you can see the heart rate has crept into the orange zone now, 155 BPM. Things are working a bit harder. I'm hoping Mr. Pike's going to try and catch up. You might have noticed we're on the London course. I do quite like the London course, but I like Watopia better. Watopia is the imaginary island. More interesting to run there. So Pike is lagging behind a bit. my only other B group runner. So we've got 1 more kilometre to run at this pace. And then we just cool down for 500 metres after that. Alan Jones says, it looks like fun, does it work well? Yeah, I mean it's a new technology. They're still working on it. It's not officially released to the public yet, really, although anyone can gain access to it. It's great, yeah. All you need is a foot pod, access to a treadmill, and away you go. You can use your phone if you want, your iPad, or like me, a Mac or a PC. And it can only improve as time goes by and as technology improves. Ollie says, looking good, thanks Ollie. Trying to keep to the rules of the game today, instead of my usual ignore everything and hope for the best. I think being a group leader, despite, you know, you might have low numbers in your group, but you do have a responsibility to try and help the people in your group get where they want to be and get the achievement they want. I mean, Pike's, he's not doing the pace that is needed for the 7-minute mile, but it's up to him, you know. You know, and I could slow down and not bother, but I think if you say you're going to do something, you know, you've got a responsibility to do it, stick to it. .162 heart rate now. 500 metres under. 400 metres or so at this pace now still. Nearly done. Alan asks what foot pod. I'm using the standard Garmin foot pod. If you want to connect to a PC or a Mac, you'll need the Garmin or any other Ant Plus foot pod. If you want to connect to an iPad, iPhone, then you'll need a Bluetooth foot pod. The most expensive and the best of those is the Stride STRYD, or the cheapest, and it works perfectly well, is the Milestone foot pod. But there's lots in between, worth having a look and seeing what you like. If you are using Ant Plus, you need an Ant Plus USB stick to plug into your PC or your Mac as well. Okay, 200 metres to go, and then we'll just cool down 500 metres at a very slow pace. Oh, come on, slow down. See, because I was talking there, I'm not paying attention to my pace. I sped up a bit. Okay, I don't think there's much point in giving any instructions to Mike. I might just say I've slowed down when I slow down, which is about now. There we go. So that's a mile, it was over a mile done there. It'll slow right down. and I'll just say cool down time. He can go at whatever pace he likes. Okay, I'm going to carry on running for another couple of kilometres, just for my own sake. Stay with me, by all means. We'll come to the end of the session and then we'll go back into normal running mode. So I won't have the yellow beacon on top of my head, and we'll have a view of every other person on Zwift on the right hand side. At the moment, the only people listed are the people running this event. "250 metres to the end of the event, end of the session." Would have been nice to have a few more people in my group. Not to worry, there'll be plenty other times. Ian's saying he can't wait for his Nordics track to arrive. No, don't go for iFit. Go for Zwift. iFit's such a locked system. You'll have much more fun on Zwift. My computer is going to die in a minute, my laptop. So I might not be able to see Facebook chat anymore after a few minutes. So if I do stop responding to your questions or anything that you say on Facebook chat, you'll know my laptop's died. I have my phone, so I can have a look at that actually. So in 40 metres, we'll get a ticker tape. Say that's the end of the session. And then we'll carry on running for a couple of kilometres just to get a full 10k in this evening. There we are. So now you can see.
If you are interested in running on Zwift, then you do need a few things. First and foremost, access to a treadmill. You may have your own, you may need to go to a gym, but it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use. Secondly, if you are on a Mac or a PC, you will need a foot pod, and that foot pod needs to be an Ant Plus foot pod. It needs to broadcast in Ant Plus. You will also need a USB stick to plug into your computer or Mac, and that will receive the signal from your Ant Plus foot pod. If you're using an iOS device, it could be an iPad, an iPhone, or even Apple TV, then you will need a Bluetooth foot pod, specifically a smart Bluetooth foot pod. You can get them from Polar, you can get a Stride, or you can get a Milestone foot pod. These all connect direct to your iOS device, so there's no need for anything extra. And that really is all you need to run on Zwift. So get that foot pod, get access to a treadmill, and we'll see you on Zwift very soon.
Okay, so that's the end of the session. On the right hand side now you can see loads of names. They could be cyclists, they could be runners. And it says 5,000 at the bottom. 5,000 people on Zwift at the moment. Over 5,000. Most of those will be cyclists, but there's certainly an increasing number of runners. I'm going to do 8k. Thank you, Simon, for the ride on, and thank you, Ollie, for the ride on a minute ago as well. Well done leading the groups, guys. Thanks, Tolquist. Bye, buddy. Tim says he's cooking. What are you cooking, Tim? Thanks, John. I enjoyed that. It was good. I didn't have many in my group. I had one person in my group who wasn't really paying much attention to what I was saying, but nevertheless, we did it. Good fun. I'm going to run up to 8 kilometres because I did 2 as a warm-up. So 8 kilometres now. That'll make 10 for the evening. Nice round number. Oh, cooked, as in tired. Question is, did you get a 6-minute mile done? So we're running up the mile. There's Nelson's column in the background. Thanks to Bruin for your ride on. Nelson's column has a squirrel on the top in Zwift. I think, or is it a cyclist? Can't remember. There's Buckingham Palace is straight ahead. Okay, so my laptop has died, so I'm going to try and access Facebook on my phone. Okay, so I can see my phone. I can see the chat on my phone. Well done, Tim, getting the sub 6. Well, you've got it anyway, hadn't you, before? But okay. 6 kilometres done, 2 to go. Keep it a nice steady pace for the end. Zwift running will be made public very soon. Going to be an announcement by Zwift in the not too distant future, because at the moment, if you go to the Zwift website, zwift.com, you only see cycling, but soon running will be there as well, front and centre. You don't need a special treadmill to run on Zwift. I see a lot of posts on Facebook on the Zwift Runners page saying, what treadmill do I need? Honestly, you do not need a special treadmill. Any old treadmill will do, as long as it has a belt that goes round. A lot of people are asking about whether Zwift controls incline on the treadmill, whether your treadmill needs to send a Bluetooth signal to Zwift. No and no and no and no. Incline is not controlled at the moment. There is no elevation in Zwift running. That may change in the future, but as yet, no. And Zwift does not support necessarily any treadmills that broadcast Bluetooth. There are treadmills that broadcast Bluetooth, and some of them do work with Zwift, but it's not officially supported. The supported way is using a foot pod, little device that you attach to your shoe. A lot of countries represented on the right hand side: Norway, Sweden, Germany, Australia, Ireland, America, Holland, the UK, Japan there as well, all over the world, Poland, all over the world. People are running and riding on Zwift. Makes it so inclusive and social. Anyone can do it. Makes running on the treadmill far more bearable. So we're just heading towards Marble Arch, top of Oxford Street, and then we'll turn around and come back. Working fairly hard, 159 beats per minute. Zone 4, that orange zone there. If you can see, it says 13 minutes in the orange zone, and I was 13 minutes in the yellow zone, 21 minutes in the green zone. So a fairly even spread across the middle of the heart rate zones. Not going to go into the red zone. Not working that hard today. 1 kilometre to go. Turning round, away from Marble Arch, back towards Buckingham Palace, 900 metres, and then that'll be 10k for the day. Look at that, steps per minute, 180. That is optimum cadence. You can get 180 steps per minute, you're doing well. 800 metres to go, twice around a running track. Last chance to ask any questions on Facebook if you're interested in running on Zwift, if you don't know anything about it. If there's a question you want to ask, fire away now, as we're not far off the end. If you are interested in watching running events, Zwift Community Live, running and cycling events broadcast live on that channel on Facebook. Search on Facebook for Zwift Community Live. There's often live events being broadcast. You can watch just as you are now, live streaming. I'm on there next week, I think, and I'm on here 2 or 3 times a week with various workouts, occasionally the odd lazy old run. And if you want to watch my videos of real world running, I do triathlons, although not so many these days, ultras, marathons, trail marathons in the UK and abroad. If you look up Film My Run on YouTube or go to filmmyrun.com, and you can watch the videos I make of those runs. I take my little camera with me, hold it in my hand as I run round, make a little video of it. So search for Film My Run. Around the Victoria Monument. If you've never been to London, it's not a bad representation at all. This is kind of what it looks like. Red, tarmac, parks, beautiful St James's Park, Buckingham Palace and the Victoria Monument, and then the Mall stretching away. And the Mall is the finish line of the London Marathon. So you turn the corner, round past Buckingham Palace, and you've got 400 metres to go to the finish of the London Marathon. I shall be doing that again this year. I won't be taking my camera though, because I shall be going for a sub 3:15. Thank you, Eric Min, for the ride on. Eric Min, if you don't know, he's the CEO and the co-founder of Zwift. Yeah, I'll be going for a 3:15 marathon so I can get a good for age entry into the next year's London Marathon. My age, I need to run a 3:15 marathon and then get a guaranteed entry into London next year and the year after, actually. Lasts for 2 years. So there we are. 8k done. So Steve Carr says, yeah, he can really see how it would work. There is actually a park run, Steve. Every Saturday morning on Zwift, John Hancock runs park run, essentially. It's called Run in the Park, but it is a park run on Zwift. Unlike, there are some things like Run Social, which do attempt to mimic real world places, and to some extent, you know, London course on Zwift is a representation of a real world place. But actually Zwift, most people prefer the imaginary course on Zwift, which is called Watopia. Watopia is an imaginary island, and because it's imaginary, you've got things like underwater glass tunnels that you run through, or volcanoes that you run right through the middle of, or a massive mountain that you run up into the snow, which you can't kind of really replicate in real life. I suppose, you know, they could do a representation of the UCMB 100-mile course, or yeah, they could do the London Marathon course, things like that. I'm not sure what the plans are in that regard. I don't think Zwift are necessarily looking to make real world courses. I think what they're looking to do is provide a game, an interactive experience for those people who just want to make running on the treadmill more bearable and get social, chat to people, make new friends, that kind of thing. Where they are on real world course representations, I'm not entirely sure. There is a podcast called the Zwiftcast where they discuss all those kind of things, and if you look on Facebook at the Zwift Runners or the Zwift Riders Facebook pages, there's always conversations going on about what's coming up next, what Zwift are going to do next. So keep your eyes open. For me, it's just a much more interesting and entertaining way of running on the treadmill. Sometimes you've got no choice but to run on the treadmill. I get plenty of outdoor training, don't get me wrong. I love outdoor training, but yeah, sometimes, you know, you've got to run on the treadmill, and you know, sometimes I even enjoy getting out and running on the treadmill. And I really enjoy Zwift, and sometimes I actually choose to run on Zwift. Amazing, isn't it? I know. Who would choose to run on a treadmill? Guys, that's it. That's my session done for the evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. Oh, Lauren says, what shirt is that? My real shirt is X Bionic top. It's kind of a compression top. I like them because they don't rub. They don't kind of move up and down like a normal technical t-shirt would. They just kind of stick to me. And I really like that. I've got loads of these. X Bionic. Look for that. Okay, so we go to menu and we click. Then we've got my mouse pad. My mouse pad always gets wet with sweat and I can't use it. Okay, end run. And it shows us where we've run around London and a few other bits of information. And then we click OK. Oh, we've detected an increase in key pace for workouts. Oh, blimey. I'm not sure I agree with that. Yeah. All right. Okay. And then it says save and exit. So we save and it goes automatically to Strava and to Garmin Connect. I'll do that in a second. Find the screen that I want now on here. There we are. There we are. Camera blank. Go. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me today. I will see you next time for another Zwift run or even a cycle ride one day. Who knows? And I'll be streaming again sometime this week, probably. I can't say exactly when because I don't know. But do keep your eyes out. I will always post on the Film My Run Facebook page or the Zwift Runners page to say when I'm going to be streaming. So keep your eyes open for that and see you soon. Take care. Thanks very much. Goodbye.